Hey guys, I'm Melody. So welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to talk about the common mistakes with our fretting hand, which is our left hand, and how to fix them. But before we dive into that, let's quickly discuss how important your left hand is to our guitar playing. Let's go. Your left hand or fretting hand shapes the notes and chords that you play. If you want your guitar playing sounds better, I guess this video will help. First of all, correct left hand technique makes good sound quality. Proper finger placement can make your guitar produce a clean and buzzing free sound. Try to listen to the difference. Here's a properly fretted C chord. And then, this is a poorly fretted C chord. Right? The difference is pretty huge. Next, let's talk about the playing efficiency. Good technique helps you move smoothly between notes and frets, which is gonna be helpful for playing more complex pieces. So for example, with efficient finger movement, you can play more fluidly with greater speed. Finally, and most importantly, comfort. Proper technique reduces tension, allowing us to play without discomfort. This is gonna minimize the risk of injury, especially to our wrist. No matter what, we have to prevent injuries at all costs so that we can continue to enjoy playing our favorite instrument, enjoy playing our favorite songs. Now that we understand how important our left hand is, so now, let's dive into the common mistakes guitarists make with their fretting hand and how to fix them. Number 1. Improper neck holding. I've seen many people holding the guitar neck like this, grabbing the guitar with the thumb over the neck, and then the thumb muscle sticking to the neck. I think the reason why is because you see a lot of guitarists play in this way, and they think that must be the best way to hold the neck. Well, it's not wrong to hold like this, and yes, many great players tend to place their thumb over the neck, but one of the reasons they do it is because the parts they are playing are rather easy. Their fingers do not have to stretch much. So for example, if I play like a C chord, A minor chord. So like this doesn't require you to stretch much. But if you want to play something that requires you to stretch your fingers, placing your thumb behind the neck will be the most efficient way to do it. For example, if I try to play a scale with this grabbing style, it doesn't seem very easy. So now, if I place my thumb behind the neck, I can stretch my fingers more and move faster. Besides, we always make sure that there's a little space between your guitar neck and your palm so that your fingers can move freely and be able to execute different techniques smoothly. So again, placing your thumb at the back of the neck allows your fingers to stretch more. Thumb over the neck, it's okay too, as long as it doesn't affect the playing. Number 2, incorrect thumb position. I believe that some of you might have heard that your fretting thumb should be placed opposite your middle finger. Actually, it depends. It depends what you're doing, where you're on the guitar, and how's your hand condition. When my hand is here, which is far from me, my thumb is roughly opposite my middle finger. When it comes nearer to me, it shifts to opposite of index finger. When we are playing further down, the thumb has to be far, far away. On the other hand, let's talk about where your thumb should be pointing to. Generally, I suggest pointing the thumb upwards. so that it can be somewhere in between your first two fingers. This position provides the best leverage, strength, and allows for a greater range of finger motion and stretch. However, if you experience any pain while adopting this position, stop immediately. It's crucial to do what feels most comfortable for you and causes no discomfort. That being said, if a particular thumb position feels comfortable and doesn't hinder your playing, for example, pointing to the guitar head, it may be suitable for you. Experiment with different hand positions and techniques to determine what works best for you. Number 3, incorrect finger placement. Look at this metal. It's what we call fret wire. We have to place our fingers next to the fret wire to get clear and strong sound. Not too far, not the middle, not on the fret wire, but right next to it. Number 4, angling fingers. I think it's pretty common to see people pressing frets with their fingers pointing sideways like this. It's gonna sound okay, but at the same time, it's gonna restrict you from doing certain stretches, such as pressing the top strings using pinky. If I want to play the other strings, it is muting them. However, this technique is gonna be helpful when we were to play after 12th fret. Or something simple but requires more stretching, like G chord. You will see that I have my wrist rotated a little bit to my left, angling my fingers to play it. But other than that, I would recommend that your fingers to be pointing upwards, like this. So that we are more flexible to handle different notes or stretches. Number 5, flat finger placement. When you are pressing the frets, your fingers lie flat on the fretboard. This can cause muted notes and reduce finger rigidity. So instead, use the tips of your fingers to press down on the strings, keeping them arched. This is how it looks like. So even I'm holding the fingers on 4th string, I can play the open strings below without getting muted. Number 6, too much pressure. A lot of people don't realize that we don't actually have to press so hard to get sound from a guitar. This can cause hand fatigue very easily. But how do we know how much force we have to press? Here's one way to do it. Pick a note, touch the string lightly, start to pluck it. Then slowly apply pressure until the buzzing goes away and the note starts ringing. That is the level of force you should be applying. Try to do it with all 4 fingers. Number 7, too far from the fretboard. This is what I mean. This is gonna slow your playing speed and it is harder to make transitions. Try to control your fingers, keep them close to the fretboard. If you have this problem, try to do this. Pick a note, hold a finger, pull the other fingers back near to the fretboard before playing a second note. Again. You can try to play a scale in a very slow tempo. Control your fingers slowly. Make your eyes look closely at the fingers. It is gonna help. Number 8, overly bent wrist. Look at this position where my wrist is bending almost 90 degrees. And I would say this is not okay. Some of you might say, I've been playing like this for so long, but nothing happened. Right? Nothing has happened yet doesn't mean it's not gonna happen in the future. Bending your wrist at a high degree angle for long is gonna put excessive strain on your tendons, muscles, and nerves, which can easily lead to carpal tunnel or any other wrist-related injuries. If you actually love playing guitar, you don't want your wrist to be severely affected. Here are 2 ways to help straighten your wrist. Point the head of the guitar more upwards. Whether you are sitting or standing, this will bring your hand closer to you, reducing wrist bending. Number 2, avoid tucking your elbow. Imagine you are holding a C chord with tucking elbow, and you are trying to avoid angling fingers and lying flat fingers. This looks like you are going to break your hand. Try to push your elbow upwards and keep your elbow and forearm in a straight line with your wrist to reduce the bending. If you try again, it's going to look like this. So again, bending your wrist is okay, but don't do it excessively, especially if you start experiencing pain. Always remember to take breaks, allow your body to heal just like you need sleep after a long day. By the way, I'm not a medical professional. This is based on my personal experience, and I hope it can fix any wrist problem if you have any. And that's a wrap on common fretting hand mistakes and how to fix them. Please comment down below and let me know if you're making any of these mistakes. Again, there's no one-size-fits-all solution. All you have to do is find what works best for you. Ultimately, you're going to find a hand position that allows you to play comfortably, efficiently, while producing the sound you desired. I've recently uploaded a video on common plucking hand mistakes if you're interested. So, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks, bye.